live. No, because Justin Janik's not here, so I don't have two computers to do it too. So now check again. Wonderful. They're cool. I know, you're right there. It's about a 5-second delay. Yeah. You may not get
Thank you all for being here tonight. We will start with roll call.
Director Abuasam. Representative Calhoun. Representative Carver. Treasurer Cottrell. Director Cowell. Here. Representative Crockett.
Here.
Director Davis. Here. Representative Dean. Representative Florimonte. Representative Griffin.
Here.
Director Harrison.
Here.
Representative Jackson. Representative Kemp. Here. Representative Lockhortune. Representative Lamone.
Here.
Representative Massengale. Director Morgan. Director Morton. A.J. Norris. Representative Parsons.
Here.
Representative Rose. Representative Sachanya. Representative Schaefer. Representative Sheehan. Vice President Slade. Here. Director Snyder.
Here.
Director Spears.
Here.
Representative Thomas. Here. Representative Uba.
Here.
President Ward.
Here.
Representative West.
Here.
Representative White. Here. Speaker Williams.
Present.
Representative Williams. Representative Wilson. And Director Wright. Stand that for him.
All right, awesome. And with that, this meeting will officially come to order. All right, there's a adoption of minutes as our next item of business. Please look at the minutes from September 29th meeting. Is there a motion to approve those minutes? There's a motion from Director Cowell. Is there a second? Seconded by Liaison Snyder. Are there any objections to approving the minutes from September 29th? All right, no objections. The minutes from September 29th are approved. With that, we'll move into special orders, beginning with the swearing in of the freshman class representative, Destiny Group. Destiny, if you'll come on up and present the board. one moment, please. We will come back to swearing in the freshman class representative momentarily. With that, Director Spears, will you come up here? Director Spears has a presentation regarding the Pirate Entrepreneurship Challenge.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Joshua Spears, recipient of Jones Empty. I'm our director of academic experience. I'm also one of the graduate assistants for the Middle School of Entrepreneurship. So I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about the Pirate Entrepreneurship Challenge. What is Pirate Entrepreneurship Challenge? It is a free-options competition open to any student that is currently enrolled in fall 2021. So if you're sitting here today, you are eligible to participate. The business you'll be pitching both to panel judges as well as to the ECU community as a whole for both in popular growth as well as the judges vote. You might be thinking, okay, I had this idea, but I don't necessarily have a product, I don't have a prototype, I don't have anything like that. That's perfectly okay. You can be in any stage of the business process, and if you are moving forward in the process, you're going to be hooked up with a mentor, and there's going to be also help for you and support you to help you get to that business stage. Hopefully, I have some audio here. Welcome to the 4th Annual Pirate Entrepreneurship Challenge.
I'm just always floored by the ingenuity and the breadth of knowledge these young people have with these concepts and ideas.
I'm blown away. I've never held this much time before. It's been a dream of mine. In-house Hall takes all the contact information in the hospital and gives it directly to the physicians so they can communicate in the hospital as fast as possible. I mean, from the beginning, I wanted to be part of it. Felt like we could do some good stuff with it, and we want to go national with this. This app is a result of advanced adaptation app, which allows local and national businesses to advertise to college students, faculty, and university affiliates as well.
I actually originally joined the Entrepreneurship Challenge last year and had a similar idea, but we did not make it past the first round. However, we did get a lot of good feedback.
The first round succeeded.
We've been chipping away at it, trying to get softball in the market by the end of the year. Track softball. And it's a GPS softball that you can track with your smartphone via the track. So, a regular idea that I had when I was playing golf with my dad. We're really excited.
This is a room open that Colorful Desires is an online one-stop shop marketplace for businesses of color to showcase their products and services. We represent a lot of minorities that are underrepresented in our community and our society today. I'm very appreciative of this opportunity, and just to be a small business owner, it's a great time to have.
Promote entrepreneurship is important, and giving these young people an opportunity to showcase their ideas and concepts is valuable.
Okay, so one thing I like about that video is it showcases different ideas. Yes, most of those were app platforms, but we've also had storefronts, we've had restaurants, pretty much anything you can think of is going to be eligible. Another thing is, you think, okay, I'm a senior, I'm about to graduate, this is the time I'm going to launch my business. That's perfectly fine. Even if you graduate this fall, you'll still be eligible to come back if you move on to the second round. If you're a freshman, if you're a sophomore, we've had freshmen and sophomore place in the competition before, and even if you don't move on, this is just experience that's going to help you, especially if you want to continue on with your business and participate in years to come. Everyone that enters the first round will receive a cash prize that will be based off of percentage of the popular vote we received. We'll have 12 teams moving on to the second round and 6 teams moving on to the final. Both of those rounds will take place in the spring. Over $150,000 in cash and in-kind prizes. Those teams you saw in the video received anywhere from $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. So this is some real seed money to help you with your business. When we say in-kind prizes, some of those prizes you will receive is services with an accountant, with a lawyer, all these things that might be a little bit difficult, especially for folks with experience in that area. In years past, we've had 55 different nations represented, and we'd like to see that continue to grow as we move forward. So this is not just a competition for voting in the business school. All of the information sections that we've seen there have already passed at this point, but we do have workshops for those interested in current participants. Our next workshop will be next Thursday at 5:30 p.m. and 8:1200. Focus will be on knowing your product, confidence, and selling. We will have the first round taking place October 26th from 12 to 2 on the Eastview Mall. Voting will happen through a QR code that's going to be on each table. And that's all we need on that side. Except we do ask that you submit a pre-recorded video. So I will be submitting communications to all of our registered participants on the 14th when registration closes. And we'll ask for that video starting by the 19th. So you're going to preview those before the first round. So, as you register, if you go to the ECU Virtual Entrepreneurship website and scroll about halfway down the page, on the right, you'll see the Hard Entrepreneurship Challenge. The main information you need is who you are, what your major is, and what your idea is. If you want to add team members at a later time, you can do that. If you want to change your business name, you can do that. The main thing is we want to go ahead and get you in the system so we can get you plugged into these workshops and make sure that you're able to participate. Like I said, the deadline is October 14th. But the earlier you register, the better you can get a better table at the actual physical location. If you think about the mall, it's a rather large space. You tend to have more foot traffic on the library side and the core side, and these tables will be numbered 1 through however many. I think we're estimated to have maybe 120 teams or so you want to make sure that you're in as early as possible. Anyone have any questions? Nope. Well, thank you for your time, and hopefully some of you all register and listen money.
All right, thank you, Director Spears, for that presentation. All right, now we'll have the freshman class representative, Destiny Greer, and President Chandler Ward come up here for the swearing in of our freshman class representative.
Hello,
If you will raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Destiny, do solemnly swear.
I, Destiny, do solemnly swear
That I will uphold
that I will uphold
the Constitution and bylaws
the Constitution and bylaws
of the Student Government Association of East Carolina University.
of the Government Association of East Carolina University.
During my term,
During my term,
I will embody the motto
I will embody the motto
of our university,
of our university
ad severe, meaning serve.
at Cerulli,
Ad severe,
at Cerulli, meaning to serve,
so that I may faithfully and impartially,
that I can faithfully, I'm sorry,
so that I may faithfully and impartially
that I faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, Destiny. We're excited to have you in the assembly, and thank you, President Ward. With that, that wraps up special orders. Now we will go into officer reports. So everyone, Director Harrison. Yes, sir. No, sir, there was a vote held by the shipmates, and that is her process. Yes, sir. All right. That everyone in the cabinet, so come on up. What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are all doing well. As you all know, we had homecoming this past weekend, so it was certainly a very busy time for SGA. As most of you know, also SGA is the primary sponsor for ECU's homecoming. On Friday, before homecoming kicked off, we met with the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, which is the chancellor that was chaired by the chancellor himself. So very excited to be sitting on that committee. They're also looking to form several different student subcommittees, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. Our two chairmen, Allison Janelle, who is the dean over at the Brody School, the Harriet Arts and Sciences School, and then also Ben Smith from our Board of Trustees outlined the main goals for the commission as well. Also on Friday, we had Free Booth Friday. Great to see some SGA members out there as well, and SGA was able to announce the captain of the shift nominees. Game day itself on Saturday was great, lots of energy. There's been an average of 7,500 students at our first 3 home games. Our next game is going to be October 28th versus UCF at 7:30. So very excited for that. Also, I was able to talk to some of our trustees at the football game as well, and sort of been their ears a little bit on the student concert and was able to receive some support from them as well. On Sunday, as many of you saw, I'm sure, we dedicated our SGA Wall of Presidents just down the hallway. Really cool time to be able to interact and network with some former SGA presidents. And we also had former Chancellor Steve Ballard there as well. On Tuesday, just the other day, we met with the Tuition and Fees Committee, and this was more or less a committee to describe what we'll be voting on the following Friday. We have Olivia, our treasurer, sitting on with me as well as our Attorney General, Mr. Ethan Norris. And as I said, we will be meeting again next Friday. The Tuition and Fees Committee votes on all the new proposals for tuition and fees. This morning, OSRR met again to conduct assistant director interviews. We are wrapping up that process now. I think this was interview number 10, so hopefully we'll have some primary candidates soon. And then tomorrow we will be meeting for the Provost Search Committee for the first time. There will be several student representatives from SGA and from the graduate school as well. And Friday, Savannah and I will be meeting with Dr. Roeder, who is our Dean of Students, to touch base with her. And lastly, if you guys will be in town on Friday, the team is hosting a leadership conference here in the Black Box Theater at 5 p.m. And I will be one of the featured panelists there, so if you guys are interested, come out to that. And then sort of others, things that aren't tied to a date. I'm sure, as you all know, our beloved PD was taken down earlier this weekend. I'm looking for more information as far as the timeline on completion to when he'll be reinstalled back on campus. And lots of students have been asking about that. As soon as I have more information about that, I will let you guys know. But other than that, that concludes my report. Does anyone have any questions? All right.
Hey everyone, just going off what Taylor said, homecoming was a great success. I hope y'all all had fun. It was a really good weekend. Wall of Presidents was a success as well. I want to shout out Logan and Justin for helping me make the event happen and getting all the presidents together. I think that they were all super excited and they were jealous that we have the students that and they didn't. But it was a really nice event. So if you could come, I'm sure you had a good time. I met with Pirate Nation Gives 2022, their committee, and that's basically, they're a huge committee all over the university and in Brody of our fundraising event every year. So I'm on the student representation subcommittee for that. So that actually happens in the spring and we'll raise a lot of money. So I'll give you all more information to come. I just have an interim meeting. And Director Wright and I will be meeting with LIFT again on the 15th and with ECU to discuss the LIFT initiative. But yeah, other than that, I hope everyone has a good fall break.
Just so you all know, just remember, sponsored events, you need 2 per semester. If you're questioning if it counts or not, just let me know. I'm sure it usually will count. Any tabling event that the marketing holds. Another example is Director Morton has her EC sustainability project. So just keep those in mind. Remember, you need 2 per semester.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Glad to see your shining faces in person for those of you in person, and thank you for joining us online if you're online. Just a quick report this week. The Rules and Judiciary Committee is excited to have its shipmates who've been assigned to it coming tomorrow evening. If you have been assigned to the Rules and Judiciary Committee and are in person, please come up to me afterwards if we have not already talked to make sure you know the exact time and place that we're doing that. Other than that, tomorrow evening, we're going to be working on office hours legislation, working on making sure that we set the dates for interviews for the new assembly applicants. As most of you hopefully saw, that email did finally go out today. There were some issues with the SGA listserv email not being sent and technologically not working. So thankfully that finally did work this afternoon. And then finally, an announcement for everyone for next week. Because it is fall break, for the first 2 days of the week, we will not be having office hour requirements for next week. That is due mostly in part to the fact that removing the first 2 days of the week makes that office hour requirement an unworkable burden for some people who do their office hours, especially at the beginning of the week. And so we are removing that requirement also to allow you guys to be able to enjoy your week after finishing finals and kind of be able to relax and do that. If you want to come to the office throughout the week, feel free to do so. Feel free to continue to do your representative work in SGA, but you are not required to turn that in next week. That is my report.
Hello, everyone. So appropriations met on Monday, and we appropriated to one group $80.29, and that was for some crush drivers and food for the next meal.
Hey y'all, so today during our shipmates meeting, we did a mentor-mentee meeting, so everybody gets to meet each other. There are plenty of shipmates in this room tonight, so if you don't know them, say hi to them, get to know them. They are assigned to committees and started shadowing on Monday. So be sure to meet them and say hi to them. Other than that, we just saw our freshman class rep was given the oath of office. And next week, Dr. Eric Newell is coming in to talk to them about leadership. That's all I have.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? First off, the shipmates, welcome. I'm Michael Wright. I'm with the University Affairs Committee. The first update I have is on the LIFT initiative. As Vice President Slade just said, we are presenting to the school administration on the 15th about the LIFT initiative and how that will intertwine with the student body. And then for the Toys for Tots initiative, we have a lot of drawbacks in terms of getting replies from the context that we've been given. So our committee is starting to look into alternatives other than Toys for Tots. But other than that, well.
All right, hello again, everyone. Welcome to all the shipmates. Shout out to Elizabeth. She was at my committee on Monday. Thanks to all my shipmates who came on Monday. I had all 4 of them there. Updates to the committee. We had productive meetings with the Women and Gender Office, had productive meetings with Jeremy Tuckmeyer regarding our survey creation. One of my other committee members will be giving us an update on our meeting with DSS here shortly, and hope to have some updates on all of these meetings next week. So everyone enjoy your fall break.
I almost disappeared the podium. I'm Beth Davis. I'm the Director of Equity and Agricultural Affairs, if you don't know who I am. Monday, we had a meeting with Toya Jacobs. She's going to be leading us in the logging training. We had initially brought up an initiative for diversity. And after talking to her Monday, she said that actually we need less diversity training and more belonging training. So we're trying to make that an initiative, mandatory training for East Carolina University, and then move back into the UNC school system. We'd also like to start tabling events at different times during the year so that it's not something that you learn when you first come into ECU and then you forget to leave it out. So we're working on that. Aside from that, I believe we're trying to get training set up for the SGA for the beginning of December. We'll have an exact date by next week. And other than that, that's all I got.
Yes, my name is Kimberly Martin. I am the Director for Community Outreach. So, on October 23rd, my committee is partnering with ECU Sustainability and the Garden Work Day by the Tar River. This event is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And we'll probably go to lunch afterwards, and that'll be a lot of fun. If any of y'all decide to join us, sign up on Engage. And it is also part of our sponsored events, as Secretary Marie said, so you'll have to get those, so come that day. So for our Haiti fundraiser initiative, my committee will be starting that soon. We have decided to do a Pie the Presidents fundraiser and invite all Greek life presidents to join President Ward in getting pie. So we hope y'all will come out and support us when we do have this fundraiser. My committee has also been able to move forward with writing our piece of legislation. This we hope to be able to present to y'all soon. And finally, the community game for the spring is coming along nicely. My committee has had a lot of discussions on the details of this event, and many emails are to be made, but slowly but surely things are coming together, and hopefully I will have more details about this soon. Any questions?
Good evening. I was very excited as well to see all the shipmates in the committee. We had a large committee this past Tuesday. We had about 12 people in there. We were talking about a lot too. We met with Rob Oliwine from the tour office, talk about how to better collaborate with him in creating a virtual tour experience. One thing I was surprised to learn is that they have already started working on that. So SGA is going to augment that effort, and hopefully we can help them out, reaching out more students, making more student-centered, and hopefully making a great final project there. The wall presence, as has been mentioned, was a success in my eyes. I had about 8 previous presidents there, now 30 to 40 people in attendance. A great networking opportunity, and I hope that the Marketing Communications Committee, just as a general notion, will continue to work with our alumni to make sure we have that connection there. Student Spotlight post went out yesterday. I think I'm going to make that into a monthly thing. So if you have anybody that you'd like to nominate or know anybody who'd like to be featured on the SGA account, I would encourage them to fill out the form in the bio, and the committee will select somebody to highlight from that list. Our crosswalk video will go out sometime either this evening or tomorrow, and talking about how to safely use our crosswalks. And Director Morgan came into our committee meeting yesterday as well to talk about different ways to market employment opportunities. That'll start being a weekly story post where we get information and phone numbers, testimonials, etc., so that you, the assembly, but also those that you are interacting with, have ways to get jobs that are not just at ECU, but also in the local and state community. Our tabling also went very well. We had about 15 new followers just from tabling, which is crazy. But it also just shows how much people want to be listened to, how many people more we can reach out to, which is very important. That's about it. Thank you very much.
Hey. Let's see. Yes, the video highlighting the crosswalks that Logan just talked about will be posted either tonight or tomorrow on both Instagram and Facebook if those apps are still functioning. We know how that's been this week. And then I met with the marketing committee, which Director Harrison talked about. The local employment opportunities will be posted starting next week, every Thursday, on both Instagram and Facebook stories, and then they'll also remain in the highlights of the Instagram account. That way, there's a point of reference for hopefully, somebody who needs a job that may not be so obvious. We're hoping to point out some less obvious local employment opportunities to support local. And then also, for those of you that have heard what I'm talking about in the previous assembly, I've been trying to get the TV channels changed in the Main Student Center. They were just playing one news station all day long, and I was trying to get them to change it to CBS for it to be a little more localized and less national news. And CBS was not in their what do you call it, Southern Link package. So instead, I'm trying to get them to do a mix of C-SPAN, which is a pretty unfiltered view of the government and like what's happening in the government, and then also ESPN because people like that. So hopefully you will see that soon on the TVs throughout the Main Student Center. That's all I have for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey everyone. So this past week I got to again attend the weekly international coffee hour for international students. I got to talk to them, engage with them, and encourage some of them to go to Free Book Friday, which I actually ran into some of them over there. About my Friends Without Borders program, I identified 3 people of interest that I'm looking out to reach out to. The Director of Intercultural Affairs, one of the professor of management at the College of Business, and individuals from the Study Abroad Office, the International House. Some of them I've already met over the time that I've been here, and some that I'm looking forward to meeting within the next couple of weeks. I've also been interviewed by private media this week to speak about my experiences as an international student here at TCU, the resources that I got to sort of employ during my time over here, as well as the cultural shocks that I faced for the first couple of weeks on campus. And also be featured on the ECU College of Business as well as international admissions pages because we're looking forward to a very, very busy cycle of admissions, especially starting next spring. So I really look forward to those two. Again, if you are interested in a study abroad program, please let me know. I'll do my best to connect you to the resources that are available here at ECU. Thank you so much for your time.
Student government, that's basically like a statewide version of what we're doing here right now. And I sit on 2 committees, the Graduate Student Affairs Committee, and there's nothing to report on that. And I also sit on the Government Outreach Committee, and there's 2 things that are being pushed or that were pushed this past weekend. The first being voter outreach, especially